Hi, and welcome to another episode of Being Surreal. And in this episode, we are going to talk about emotions. So, in this episode, we are going to talk how there are some emotions which people don't talk about and don't treat them properly. It is very common to hear people saying be yourself and express yourself. But when you do, the same people act like hypocrites and shame you for expressing yourselves. If you show your anger, you are a hothead. If you show that you are sad, you are a wimp. So, story time. So, as a kid, I was always pretty expressive about my emotions. Like, if any of my cousins would come to my place for a while, then at the time of his departure, I would just cry. So, something similar would happen whenever I got really angry. So, I was never really a fighter type of guy, and I used to avoid as much fight as I could. But whenever I got into a fight and I was raging hot with anger, the tears would just start flowing out of my eyes. Like I was not crying, but the tears would just keep flowing, like they were trying to calm down my anger. But as I grew up, I started crying less and less. And now I'm at that stage where I can't cry. Like I have tried a lot of time to cry, but I just can't cry. Like I have watched the saddest of the movies and like, got hurt multiple times. When I say hurt, I mean in physical injuries, not the other way. But still I wasn't able to cry. Like the last time I cried was in class 9, and that was about 4 years ago. So I still remember that the last time when I cried, and I cried because of a death of a fictional character. Spoiler ahead. And it was the time when I was reading the book Harry Potter, and it was because of the death of Fred Weasley. Fred Weasley wasn't even the lead protagonist of the book I was reading, but I still cried. And crying, in my opinion, is very therapeutic. Like every time I was done crying, I would feel so calm. Like there was a different kind of peace, and I would feel a lot lighter than before. And it was not just physical weight, it was more of an emotional weight. So I felt a lot more lighter than before. And I think that everyone should cry once in a while so that they would feel better. Like this other day, I was talking to a friend who, like me, went to her college away from home, and she too is staying in a hostel there. So while we were talking, she asked me if I missed my home, and I told her I did miss my home. And she then asked me if I too cried while missing the home, and I was like, no, I don't cry when I miss the home, but I do really miss it. She then told me how she has been trying to cry properly, but someone would see her and stop her from crying. Well, normally this is what you should do, but I think sometimes it's perfectly fine to let people cry their heart out. If the person cries every once in a while, you should let them cry because it's really uh, serene and helps you feel a lot better. Like I really want to cry my heart out, but I just can't. So I think that people should cry their heart out every once in a while and make themselves feel good. Similarly, it is perfectly fine to be sad. Like not to be sad all the time, but every like if you are sad because you can't really control that if you are sad or not, it just it just depends on the situation. So like if you are sad, it's perfectly fine to be sad. You don't have to be, oh no, I'm sad, this is going wrong, I have to be happy all the time. No, you can't be happy all the time, and you should not be happy all the time, because I think that if you don't feel sad, then you won't be able to appreciate the happiness properly. But like everything, excess of emotions is harmful too, and that's why you should learn how to control your emotions. When I say control your emotions, I don't mean suppress your emotion, because those two are really different things. And suppressing your emotions is really bad, and it will harm you. But controlling, on other hand, is pretty good, and it would actually help you in life. Like if you have your emotions under control, then no one can trigger you or use your emotions against you, and this is why you should have a control over your emotions. So when you have control over your emotions, you know that your decision making skill, or your ability to make decisions, good and sane decision to be precise, won't be affected by the emotion you are feeling at that time. Like I see a lot of people do impulsive things and take impulsive decisions because they were sad or angry at that time. So this is one thing you would avoid if you had your emotions under control. But controlling your emotions is a gradual process. It doesn't come in a day. It takes time, and it comes with practice. For controlling your anger, I would suggest you to try and learn martial arts, because martial arts are a great way to learn how to channel your anger into productive things, and it really helps in removing your frustration. For other emotions, I would suggest you to write a diary, like write about all about your day, when you woke up, what you did, and when you did it. But apart from that, also write how you are feeling throughout the day. Like if at any particular time period you felt a different thing, just write that, and also write why you felt that, what was the reason you felt that emotion, and also write the thoughts that went into your mind, or like the thing you were thinking about all day long. Just write that. It's a really good practice to pen down your thoughts, and it actually helps a lot, not just in your speaking skills or vocabulary, but in other things too. Writing makes you think better. Like a lot of people don't agree with that, because they haven't really tried it, but I have tried it, and I know the more you write, the better you can put out your words, and it actually makes you a person with good conversation skills. So that was it for today, and I hope you will take these measures and learn how to control your emotion and be in charge of your emotions, not the other way around. And I hope you will find this helpful, and this will help you later in life. See you later. Bye bye.